Hey YouTube, Mochismo Eugene here. Mochismo Eugene. I just thought a little humor in the beginning of this video would be in line. I'm going to talk for about 15 minutes. I want to give shout outs at the beginning of my videos. I think I'm going to start doing a few new things. One being that 3 or more people every video, and in this video it will be new breed, NUBREED, new breed. These are people who I listen to, and if you thought you knew what narcissism was and all the other the personality disorders and psychotic things that people in our world are, these guys go in and they deal with all kinds of topics, from spirituality, matrix. They deal a lot with that, and different things. So just get in there and check them out. New breed. Ringo TV. I finally got a chance to see his face. He's funny but savvy. Ringo TV, RINGO TV. And they talk about all kinds of happenings and the conspiracies. They'll talk about the Illuminati. They will give you stark bullseye clarity to the things we already see in society and we know. But we just thought we knew what we don't know. And if you're an independent thinker or have just a little bit of free thinking capacity, that's all you need. You'll be able to form your own conclusions and your own verdicts. And number 3, get a drum roll. Anyway, this is my man. This is my friend, Denzel Moss. I always plug him in, and not that he needs me to plug him in, but we are real decent friends. Decent. Having all the subscribers he does, he thinks enough to reply to me, and he really gives me a solid reply whenever I reach out to him. And maybe I shouldn't say whenever I reach out to him he replies, because you can probably have a lot of guys or a lot of people doing that, but it is what it is. I just think he'll be able to determine how much of a workload or how much he can reply to people. But don't get put off. I was with this guy at his humble beginnings when he first started 3 years ago. He woke up and I woke up around the same time. His channel took off. He encouraged me to continue to push. He was actually one of the ones that was trying to show me how I can get my channel set up, to which I haven't done it in a way that he and a lot of other content creators have. I probably would have had 50 to 100, maybe 500,000 subscribers, I believe, but then too, you have to put in the work. So if I had put in the work and did what he had asked me to do, very strong possibility. I know within myself, because I have a lot of things to say and to talk about from experiences that I've been in, like a lot of us do. So that's the third person. And he, today the video he made was about narcissists in the medical field. And I commented to him, man, and he didn't comment back, but, well, yes, he did. He saw my comment in his chat. And so I said, I'm going to do a video on this. So what I'm ascribing to do is tag team this situation, this video, this subject. Check his video out from today and listen to me for about 10 minutes as I ramble on. I've dealt with this in the medical field in a sense of, let me show you. Oh, I wanted to say another thing. 3 shout outs. Another thing, one of the 3 things I'm going to do, I'm asking you guys, and this is something that I don't know if any other content creator is doing. I'm going to try to put some type of link. Well, I'll just give it to you. My email is eastcoastcalvin@gmail.com. East Coast, we're on the East Coast. Calvin, CALVIN, which is my first name, @gmail.com. And what I'm proposing to do, not that I know a whole bunch about a lot of things, but I know a little bit about a lot of things. I am willing to give 7, the number is 7. I am willing and going to be available for 7-minute sessions of anyone who would like to reach out to me in emails, and we can exchange emails, and thereby we can, if we feel comfortable with each other, or if you feel comfortable with me, by all means, you can give me your WhatsApp name, and we'll go from the email reply to a FaceTime. And from that point, I'll do 7 minutes, no more, no less. I will afford you 7-minute sessions of coaching sessions. And again, who am I to coach anyone? And I just use the word coach because a coach is someone who helps somebody. You know what a coach does. So I'm going to give 7-minute sessions, but check this out. I'm going to give them to you free. I'm going to give you my insight free. I never have asked for any kind of donations or anything. I don't even have anything set up on here to get a donation. At some point in the future, maybe I will. That's not my primary concern. This is to bring you guys this information. That is my primary concern. And a lot of us empaths who truly get it, we are not here for the fan club. We're not here for all the astronomical numbers. That may come with the territory, but we don't waver. Our consistency either stays there or it elevates. And we want to really from the heart tell you guys something that you thought you knew. And as we're learning, because I'm learning, just like the video from last night, I learned not covert narcissist. Borderline personality almost had me hook, line, and sinker, but they don't know how to hold the course. They sabotage good conversation, good communication, because they have impulsive paranoias. They get afraid real quick. When something feels too good to be true, they panic and start sabotaging it. But we'll talk a little more about that in further videos. So that's the second thing. Third thing, I don't even know. So I said 15 minutes. So we're at 7 minutes. I really do want to be able to be mindful about the time. Medical field narcissists. My experience has been to go in parallel to what Denzel said today. They work in the capacities, and I see it. As you wake up, if you begin to be scrutinized, if you scrutinize and you become very observant of situations outside of just your norm. A lot of us, as long as we can avoid bob and weave a narcissist on our daily basis, we're fine. But you must elevate your intuition, you must elevate your observance and your vigilance in a real healthy, casual way. You have to be able to say, wow, you know, the way this person is moving in the medical field, do they really even care? They will show you. They're heartless, careless, they're careless mindsets. And they will even speak to that they don't really care about the patients the way an empath might. And so it's been my experience that this is the trend with nurses. A lot of them go to this medical school, and they ain't even nurses, these CNAs, they kill me. They have this trend going. They get the scrubs that are maybe a size to 3 sizes too small for them. They got a lot of curves and a lot of oozing out in places where most of us men like to see that oozing out. They got panty cut, panty line showing, they got cleavage showing, and they got the makeup and the nails going. And you're looking at these guys and you're saying, and this is no attack on women and them trying to keep to elevate their just being hygienically on your game. That's not really where we're going with this. So you that are offended with this, get over it. We're talking about people who are in the medical field that happen to be narcissists, borderline personality disorder ones. Are they dwell in these pools of medical industry. They are different but of the same sort. So the narcissists, they do love this, the tight scrubs that they shouldn't be wearing. Provocativeness is what I'm telling you. They're very provocative in the workplace. And they grumble about and bitch and whine about the fact that this patient gave them this patient gave them this problem. They had so much problem with this person. They had to put them to bed and they wouldn't wake up. That is a part of what you're supposed to do. First of all, you're not even supposed to divulge what you're doing at that place, outside of that place. It's a HIPAA law. But the reason why they do that, because I had to take it down a little bit. They have to do this because they need to draw off of your attention to what they are talking about. This breeds them, this affords them narcissistic supply from the job to bring to all the people who will sit down and listen or be tortured by these people with these boring ass stories. You may just want to smash her because everything oozing out of her, and she just wants to sit there and talk about her job. I mean, if you're that kind of guy. But, you know, it's like money, fast money. If you get it quick, you spend it quick. If you jumping in the sack with her, like right off rip, easy come, easy go. And you probably don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I've done it. But that's beside the point. Now, they work in a hospice where people are on their dying beds. They love to stay close to death, as Denzel just said today. We've seen this. We've identified with this, but guess what? We just didn't speak to the matter. Our consciousness, we dumbed down our consciousness of what we saw. Because for one reason or another, maybe we were more focused on our dying loved one till we didn't really see that person, the way they were moving was a little bit sketchy. Like they were moving a little bit heartless. Doctors will come in and they'll tell you, you know, we're sorry, we did everything we could, with little to no emotion. And in most cases, this may be a narcissist. Now, doctors are trained. They may stand there and hold your hand. They may show some empathy. And when I say show, they may show mechanically or genuinely, whatever the case is. They are trained to show empathy to or a caring attitude towards the family of the patient, whether they survived or they died. But a narcissist can fake empathy. They can fake like they care about what you care about. So, and borderline personality disorder people, they likewise are very intelligent when it comes to the subject matter of narcissism. But if you really want to know, if you think you're dealing with a borderline personality disorder person, this is a taste test for them. If you want to do that. Oh, and my hard hat goes on top of this. This is why I'm wearing this kooky thing. It's the Milwaukee Second Skin. I like it. I'm cozy. I'm sitting in my truck. So, thing is, they asked them this. What do you think about borderline personality disorder? Just ask them. If you surmise a person who speaks about narcissism all the time and you surmise that they could be borderline personality disorder, just say, you know, I had a question about borderline personality disorder, and just leave it like that. And it's my guess, and this is just a theory, watch how they're going to either say, well, you know, I don't know much about that, to try to just throw you off the trail or the scent. And they may, in fact, may not know anything about it, because borderline personality disorder people, at least the one I experienced before the BPD content creator, who I was in a 2-month relationship with, she knew a lot about narcissists. She said, I was raised by them, I've been around them all my life. Now, I don't even know, I want to believe she knew that she had struggles, but did she know she had? I'm getting a call from the hospital, but I'll just disregard that. She I believe knows inside of her heart of hearts that something is fractured with her. But I can't readily say she knows about borderline personality disorder. It's unfortunate, but these people just believe they've gone through something of a sort with a narcissist and they're victims of sort, but they don't realize that they're a demon that was created by a demon. It's almost like the Frankenstein movie. This is what a borderline personality disorder person looks like. Frankenstein kept tweaking the screws on his subject, and he kept on trying to up the power, make this monster even more sinister and sinister, till the subject jumped off the table and actually tried to kill the surgeon, Frankenstein. Frankenstein actually jumped off the table, and I think in a couple movies killed this subject, and went on from that point to, I don't know, but you get the point. This is what when a narcissist, being that surgeon, trying to tweak the screws in a child. In most cases, a child, because you grow up to be a narcissist from a child, and borderline personality. I don't know why I keep thinking postpartum depression. That's something in and of itself too. Went through that with the children's mom. All you women who deal with that, seek some help and get some guidance on that. So support group on that, because it's real. It's a serious thing. So they work in the medical field at 16 minutes. We'll go for 20. They primp and prime themselves. Primp. Nails. Not a hair out of place. They're always changing their hairstyle. You say to yourself, wow, I like your hair like that. A day later, they got a different hairstyle. And I know some of the girls wear the wigs so they can change it up like quick, like changing a pair of rims on a car. But the effort they put into their self, looking the part, looking good, being vanity, the vanity that part of their life. But then on the same token, you go to work and you bitch and whine about the fact that you got to care for people. So that's the part I'm really tired about. I'm not talking about a woman who wants to take care of herself and keep herself elegant looking and look professional and attractive. You can do that for yourself. That's your right. That's your free will. But if you care more about that, but then you get to work in a professional capacity where it's dealing with caregiving, and all you can do is complain about the patients who you supposedly are there to care for from a heartfelt position. And even if you're not just there and you have that deep sense of devotion to the patient, and you're just there because you like the income and it's a good decent paying job and it's job security, healthcare, even if you're just there for that, you can do yourself a favor not to talk down about these patients, not to be airing their dirty laundry out in society to your family or to anyone on social media. And they doing TikTok. They're at work doing TikToks. This is a big problem too. Narcissists are doing this. They're doing TikTok shorts of everything under the sun. They're in their bedroom with their pajamas on. They're in their bedroom with their little child. Women with their 15, 13, 12-year-old daughters, half naked. If you're having fun with your child, God bless you. To each his own. But the provocativeness, the need for speed, and this is what a narcissist does. And a borderline personality disorder. They always want to have the knowledge. They always want to be the savior. They always want to be the one that can bring the rain and summon the audience. But they don't want anything that you have to offer. They don't want to hear your story. They don't want to hear nothing of what you got to say. They're there for themselves. These are demonic people. And unfortunately, they get in, they get hired in these capacities. UCP, where they drive the disabled people on the bus. You've had instances where alleged beating, slapping them side the head. Surveillance cameras have caught them lacking with the patients, hurting them, harming them to the point you're even death. So just be watchful and be mindful of these kind of people, man. When you care enough about your family members, daycares, when you entrust your children to people for the sake that you have to work, don't let work supersede your vigilance to see the things. Vet these people Vet them again. Don't just vet them on the surface. You observe their behavior. You observe their body language. You observe their verbiage when it comes to asking them, how did my child behave today? If they go hard and over the top, oh, it's just a wonderful little child. You just casually listen. Don't you get all giddy thinking, oh, my child's just an angel. If you know your child's a decent child, you watch for the over-the-top, overt, excessive things that they're doing to try to gas you up. And that's really what it boils down to. Just watch how they gas you up. They gas you up. With that, bless.